Well, hey friends and neighbors, this is Chuck out at Sheraton Park Farms. Welcome back to the farm. So it's a beautiful morning, a little cool here in the mountains of northwestern North Carolina. 39 degrees this morning, and there was a little bit of frost on top of the house. But today's a big day. We have the animal science class from our local community college is going to be coming over to help us process chickens today. And so we're really excited to have them. The thing that excites me the most is that the animal science instructor over at the college, his name is Frank. Frank is really interested in showing these students alternatives to conventional agriculture. And so he's reached out to us, and we're going to be doing some projects, going to be doing some things with the folks over there, and we're really excited to be able to offer those students kind of an incubator or an on-site, hands-on location where they can learn more about regenerative agriculture and not just all the CAFO stuff and conventional. So that's a lot of chatting. Hang out with us for a little bit. We're going to get the chicken processing building set up. The students are going to be here in a little bit, and we're going to do a little bit of a pasture walk. We'll show you all of that. We'll record some of that, let you listen in and hear what we're telling those students. And yeah, it's going to be a good day. Excited to have these young folks with us. Stick around for a little bit. Okay, real quick on the setup for today. A little bit different than what we normally do. So the college has brought their kill station, and this is nice. I think the 11th commandment is thou shalt not covet another man's kill station. But this 8 cones on a rotisserie swivel kind of thing with a catch basin at the bottom for the blood. And then we consulted with the instructors over there. They bought the exact same scalder that we've got. That's a brand new Featherman scalder, identical to the one we've got. And they also bought a brand new Featherman plucker, which is identical to the one that we've got. So got both of those set up. Now I've been working for a couple days on changing out the fingers in this thing, and you can tell pretty quick which ones are the new ones and which ones are the old ones. Got all the ones in the wall changed, got about not quite half of them on the bottom changed. These things are hard to swap. We need to do a video on showing that, but it can be done. It's just, it takes a lot of work. Dunk tank, and then we've got two, we're going to run 2 lines, an evisceration line here and an evisceration line here, and then a couple of cut up lines in the back. We normally have these together just for efficiency, but since we got a bunch of students and we're going to be doing some instructing today, we want folks to be able to be on both sides of the table at both the evisceration and the cut up. And then back to the back, got our packaging, weigh-in, vacuum sealers. We got our small Vac Master. This is the VP 215. A lot of folks ask about those from time to time. Highly recommend. If you're trying to use those little Ziploc things from Walmart, you're going to work yourself to death. Trust me, I know from experience. Spend your little money and get one of these. They're not cheap, especially if you're doing this on production scale. These new are about $700 or $800. I'll post a link in the description down below. And then we also have this one borrowed from a friend of ours. This is a VP 540. The deal on this one, it's got a bar on each side, so we can seal up to, depending on the size, 4 packages at a time. So that makes things super, super efficient. So that's it. That's our setup, and then they'll go in the boxes and then in the freezer whenever we're done. So getting cleaned up, waiting on the students. It's going to be a good day. Now.
So for those of you that I hadn't met, my name's Chuck Lewis. This is my wife Sandra. This is Sheraton Park Farms. We bought this farm almost a year ago to the date. I think we closed the first week of October. Prior to this, we were on 20 acres down in Guilford County. Both of us are from here, so it was a good opportunity for us to come back home. So we're a regenerative agriculture farm. We keep chickens for eggs, we keep chickens for meat, we do turkeys during the season for cut-ups, ground, that kind of thing. We've got a lot of customers that like that. We do pork, pasture-raised pork, and we do grass-fed beef. I don't know, y'all might have saw the cows as you came in. They were on the right down there just off the driveway. We are 100% direct to retail. We don't do any wholesale. We don't do any kind of distribution through like Tyson or Cargill or Butterball or anybody like that. Our customers deal directly with us. There are no middleman. Right now, the average farmer retains about 14 cents of the food dollar that's spent by the customer. We're somewhere in the 60 to 70 cent range. So we have a much more efficient process because we cut out the middleman. We are the processor. We are the distributor. We are the marketer. We're the grocery store. We do it all. So that's been our model from the beginning.
We also get birds out of Pennsylvania at a hatchery called Freedom Ranger. And we've done Meyer Hatchery as well in the past.
Do you have any luck out there?
So when we go outside, you'll see there's some broad-breasted bronze turkeys out here. Those came from Meyer, and they're not as good as Hoover's. I'll say that. Not nearly as good as Hoover's.
So when we get chicks in, post office will call us usually about 7 o'clock in the morning, and we jump in the truck and run down to McGrady post office and get them and come back. We start pulling them out of those boxes, and the first thing that we do is, oh, come here, baby. First thing that we do is we'll dip their beak in the water, and y'all come on around here. I'll show you how we do that.
Sophie, you're in the way, girl.
So whenever those birds come out of the brooder, we bring them out and we put them in these, and these are called chicken tractors. And there's two different styles here. The A-frame style is called a Soskovich style. The flat style, that's a Salatin. The Salatin style, we can keep about 75 birds in it. The Soskovich, we can do about 40. We built two of the Salatin this year to try them. I don't like them. There's too much feed competition. They're difficult to move. One bucket of water doesn't work. Just a number of different things. We're going to keep them. We're going to use them for some stuff, but for poultry production, they're just not our cup of tea. The Soskovich style, we really like them. So what happens is, when those birds come out of the brooder, they go in here, and then every day, as part of our morning chores, we come out and we move these tractors forward the length of the tractor. So they've got wheels on the back of them. So we don't do poultry in the winter. This is the last bunch, except for those out there in the brooder, and those were just a late.
Those will stay alive. We won't process them.
Yeah. But this is the last batch. Our goal is to have all poultry off the pasture, except for Thanksgiving turkeys, by the 1st of October. We start in February. We want to be done in October.
So these red ones over here, these are called big red broilers. Those are for our use.
Yeah,
there's 20 for us, 20 for JW, and then 20 for Jamie Miles out at Seven Stands Farm.
Fantastic day. Was really excited to have the folks from the animal science program at Wilkes Community College come over and spend part of their day with us. Frank, the instructor, and his program chair Stacy actually came by. And again, I'm just really excited that the community college over here is exposing the students to something in addition to conventional agriculture, and letting them see that there are multiple opportunities in the agricultural world out there to be able to make a living and farm and feed people and be involved in the agricultural business without it all being the conventional stuff. So got some other opportunities coming up with them. They've got, believe it or not, they've got a swine class coming up next semester, so we're hoping to be able to do a little AI. They've got an agronomy class coming up. We're hoping to be able to do some stuff with the soil and with the property here to help them out. Again, we want to be an incubator site for those kids and give them, some real life hands-on experience and let them see, just how this whole deal works. I think I've rambled plenty for today. So, like we always say, please keep us in your prayers. May God bless you and your families, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.